Hey there, half-ass travelers. We're here in Hershey, Pennsylvania at America's largest RV show. And today we're going to be looking at some more Class Bs, this time from Coachmen. And I bet you can't wait, can you? Because you've been requesting them.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers.
The first unit we're going to be looking at is the 2026 Coachmen Pixel 2.0 M Pop Top. And you've seen a lot of these pop tops before. We love the pop tops because they provide a few extra sleeping options. I just like saying pop top, I guess. I don't know. We're going to start in the inside though. So let's take a look right behind door number 1. Now this is on the Promaster chassis, so you're not going to see an automatic door, but that's fine with us. We're good with the manual door. What do you think of this running board, hon?
Yeah, real nice.
If I try to step on that in bare feet though, I think I'm going to get cut. So you definitely want to make sure that you're wearing some kind of shoe when you're getting in and out of this thing. Otherwise you're going to have to step over the running board. There is a nice grab handle here though, and we might as well talk about it while we're out here. There is a little bit of a table. I don't know, would you call that a table? I don't know, it looks like a loose board to me. But yeah, I mean, you could use it as a table. If you're transitioning stuff from the inside to out, maybe you want to put a Bluetooth speaker on it. I don't know. It's usable, but not usable when you're using the bug screen on the side. So keep that in mind. All right, in this unit, they've got the driver and passenger seats swiveled around, so we get to show you the actual usable living space in this unit. Now, the Promaster, you may be familiar with it. We like the setup with the shifter in the dash. It's got the nice big screen. It's got the phone holders. It's got everything that you need. So it's got a little bit more limited leg room, and your feet are just a little bit higher than in the Mercedes and the Fords. But it's not so bad. These seats in here, this is some kind of leatherette material. This is so soft. And look at the stitching. It's absolutely beautiful. This is really nicely done. Have you seen this before, Rose? Yep. Not quite like this, not these hexagon shapes, but look at that. You got this lagoon table. This is a circular lagoon table. And yeah, it's definitely usable. And this is the way you would have to use it because of the size of this. You're not going to get too many sofa options. You're certainly not going to get recliners like we like. But it's got the 2-seat option behind the driver. Rose and I are going to swap so I can show you how that works. Rose is now sitting where I was, and we wanted to switch positions so I could show you the operation of these seats, because if you try to use them in this position and you try to have 2 people back here on a road trip, you're going to have a mutiny probably in the first or second hour. Right? There's really no way that this seat is workable like this. But you don't have to worry because Coachmen has thought of that. These seats actually separate. Now, we were a little concerned because they're still so upright, but there's one other thing that these seats do, and that is they slide forward, and then there's a control on the side that allows you to recline a bit. All right, and both seats do that. So this is a much more comfortable position than this upright position squeezed together. So that's a plus. This is actually usable seating. All right, up under the floor, you've got this little bit of storage. It's not so deep, but it is wide. And then we got more storage up over the driver's compartment. Rose, you want to show them that? You got these little plastic shelves down here by the seats, but then also this large compartment here. They've got the shades for the windows up here now. There is a lip here to keep stuff from coming out. And this goes from side to side of the coach. So plenty of storage over the driver compartment. One more thing to show you up in the living area, and that is the pop top. Rose, show them the pop top. Oh, lots of space up there. On the right, on Rose's right, there are connections, as you can see right here, for the ladder. That's where the ladder attaches, and you just climb up there. And if you've got kids or some spry adults, that's extra sleeping area. Or, you know, if you are spry yourself, you could use that sleeping area rather than the other one that we have in the back. It's up to you. You've got options. Now let's talk about the kitchen. This is a kitchen pedestal, but it's a rather large one. They're using wood, all wood on the countertops. It's got this kind of smaller sink, decent size. It does have a nice high faucet with a detachable tip to it. And underneath, a pretty cool drawer. I like that they added this garbage can compartment and then a little bit of storage there. And let's see what's down here. Yeah, another storage shelf as well. And these are they're not soft close, I wouldn't say. I guess they are kind of soft close, but you got to give them a little push to get them to latch. You've got a thermostat control, USB-A, USB-C here to supplement all the controls you've got here over the door. Yep. Okay, microwave, a Furrion microwave. We always like to open the microwave, give you a look, but it's basically just a plate. You got a couple of pretty large drawers here. Now, are these? Okay, so these are very nicely constructed. You can see that they're using dovetail rather than the usual staples. And if you were wondering where the cooktop is, there it is. That's a true induction cooktop. It's one of those portable cooktops. So what you do is you take that out, you bring it up here on the counter, you plug it in, and you use the induction cooktop anywhere on this counter, and when you're done, you can store it away. It's a really nice system. You gain a lot more counter space using it, and it's really good. I like that they included that. A few more drawers here inside this cabinet. I'm sorry, a few more shelves inside that cabinet. What is this? Okay, I know what that is. I've seen this before. Rose, you know what this is?
No.
Okay. What am I sitting on?
Oh, it's a step.
It's a step up for the bed. Yeah, that's nice. That's neat that they added that, because sometimes you just need a little help to get up into the bed or out of the bed, even more importantly. And even if it's just on one side, which it looks like it's just made for 1 foot, it's still helpful. I like that. Let's talk about this refrigerator. You've got a separate refrigerator and freezer, and the freezer is actually a drawer like that. For this size Class B, this is a huge refrigerator. Rose, you were already showing them the wet bath, so you might as well go ahead and show them. I'm not going to step in there because there's pink stuff goo on the floor. It looks like a cassette toilet. We'll be able to verify that when we go outside. It rotates around to get you a better poo-in position, and then you got the shower wand. You're definitely going to be standing up showering in that, although it does have the shower door that we like. This is the same one we have, the retractable, and we're really big fans of it. We haven't had any issues with ours thus far. Yeah. Got overhead cabinets. Look at the LED light strip. That's so nice. I like how they do that. Look, they've got the carpeting inside the drawers, or inside the cabinets. That's nice. They got it on the back as well. I just wish they had a piston or something to hold these up. They're relying on these hinges.
Overkill.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll last, those hinges. But oh, they do have a latch. Okay, hang on. Is that a magnetic system? Okay, didn't see this here. Yeah, there's a magnetic latch there. Okay, good. That's awesome. And then these cabinets go all the way to the back. Speaking of the back, let's take a look at this, because it's got that fold-down convertible bed that we've seen in a lot of these units that combine a storage garage in the back. This has the bed over top, and it's a very easy system to operate. You're just basically pulling up the bed, and it locks in over here, right? And now you've got this huge storage area. You could store e-bikes in here, regular bicycles. You could even put a kayak in here. It's long enough. I like the LED light strips along the length of it. Makes it look very classy. Yeah, it's a rubberized floor. That floor is throughout. I'm not hating that, all right? It's very utilitarian. Not the nicest looking, but very utilitarian. What is back here? Let's see. Oh, okay, that's just access to, looks like some water stuff, winterizing and such, although you do have a little bit of a storage net there. And then you've got storage bins with netting in front of them here as well, next to the carbon monoxide detector, and your fuses and breaker box. So back behind the bed, I'm going to kind of show you. I'll pull the bed down partially so I can reach it. But yeah, you got two more cabinets back here, and also a metal shelf there. So whoever is in the bed can store their device or whatever, and you can see there's USB A and C there. And Rose, what is that underneath? That looks like an antenna for the Wi-Fi router.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and you can see above my head is the AC unit. So, yeah, there's plenty of room. I'm 6'1" with my shoes on, and I'm just grazing the AC unit. That's how much headroom's in here. And when I come out here, it's cushioned anyway, but yeah, I'm not even hitting it. Tippy toes, I can hit it. All right, let's take a look outside. Let's take a look around the outside of this van. First thing you notice on the outside is this huge awning. It runs the entire length of the van. I mean, granted, it's not a long van, but it's a lot of shade under here. I'm standing under here, and I'm nice and cool. There's a couple of 120-volt plugs here on the side, precisely where you would need them. More helpful than that little table, I think. And then as you come around the back, you can see the back of that bed system. There is an outdoor shower here, a little bit more storage with web enclosures and the 120-volt plugs. And in the doors, I don't see any storage in the doors. Let's look on this one. Yeah, all right, so there's just a little net here, storage in the door. Sometimes they get a little creative in these doors and put some storage in, but I don't see it here. Let's look around the side. Okay, you got your umbilical for your shore power. That's an exhaust for a generator. It's got to be up and underneath. Here's all your water connections, city water, fresh water. There's a coaxial cable connection. This looks like a ZAMP plug, and that's for additional solar. If you've got a portable solar panel, you plug it in there, and this is for the outdoor shower. And it was a cassette toilet inside. There's the evidence of the cassette. You've got your Truma water heater, exhaust, and then you've got your gray tank, gate valve, and empty, as well as the hose storage up underneath. And then on this side, you got a shortened version of the running board for the driver. Overall, we really like the Pixel. If you're looking for a really compact Class B that fits in any parking spot, but you have a need for that additional sleeping area for 2 additional people that you're bringing along, or you just want to clear up that storage space in the back for your e-bikes, your bicycles, or your kayaks, paddle boards, whatever you're bringing along, this is great for that. This is a get out and go in the outdoors. This is the kind of thing that you need. You can just jump in it and go. You can also use it as a daily driver because it fits in a parking spot. It's a win-win. All right, we're going to take a look at another unit from Coachmen. Second unit we're going to be looking at is the 2026 Coachmen Beyond 22D all-wheel drive. This is another one of the fan favorites that you guys requested to see. Once again, we're going to go inside first because we got a sneak peek when the door was open, and we kind of like the way they've done it. So let's show you right now. Now, this is on the Ford chassis. Again, no automatic door. This is the Ford Transit. We have not driven the Ford. We're more familiar with the Mercedes and a little bit more familiar with the Promaster, but we hear people rave about their Fords. They really like them better than the Mercedes. It really, they get a lot of cargo capacity out of them, and it's a little bit lower price. All right, having said that, you can see the badging, the Coachmen badging above the running board. You've also got these 2 grab handles. That's a good thing. And look at the floor, Rose. That's different. This is kind of like a mesh material almost with the stripes in it. Yeah, and also you've got the bug screen here, which is similar to the screen we saw in the Pixel. Now, I'm liking the white cabinets, but we're going to talk about the driving compartment first because look at the color of these seats. I don't think I've seen this color in these RVs before. It's nice. Huh? Well, you don't like it? Rose isn't a fan of the tan. I think it looks rich.
I don't think it's tan. I think it looks more like an orange.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so the Ford driving position, let's talk about that a little bit. I do like the new Ford chassis. It does have the shifter up here similar to the Promaster, and it's got the big screen, cup holders, storage up on the dash, everything you could want. It's got the mirror with the, it looks like this has the, what's the word I'm looking for, Rose? The video in it. Either that or they're going to put it on this screen one way or another. Now, there's one thing with the Ford that I always get. This is my knee resting against here, and this happens in the Promasters too. This isn't something that we end up with in the Mercedes. It's just a little bit, I feel like a little claustrophobic with my legs in this. But really, that's just a little pet peeve. Overall, I like the Ford. All right, let's mention this because I just put the seat all the way back, and I'm trying to get out of this seat. Look how tight this is. I'm having a hard time getting I can't get my knee up over under the steering wheel. I'm having a hard time getting there, and then it's just tight. This is a lot closer together than we find in the Mercedes. It's one of the disadvantages we feel with the Ford chassis. I know it has a lot of advantages as well. It's just this doesn't have quite as much room as even the Promaster. It seems like the Promaster is even easier to get in and out of than the Ford. Okay, did it. Okay, up over the driver's compartment, you got this storage bin, and it runs the length of the RV this way. Well, actually, it goes back about 8 inches over there, and it's flush here. It's nice. There's no latch holding it in place, but there is a lip under here to hold the stuff that's there in. Back behind the driver's seat, there is I don't know if you can see this, Rose, there's a little storage netting, little alcove there. And you can see they're storing the shades for the front windows there behind the driver's seat. That's where we used to store ours in our Class B as well. All right, moving to the back behind the driver's seat, you've got these really nice frosted pane doors in the bathroom. And we like a good double door in the bathroom. It is a wet bath, and there is a little sink. You've got the shower wand. They've added this shelf in here. That's nice to have. But also, when you deal with these double doors, it gives you the opportunity to close them partially. And you see it's got this little cutout here, and you can actually close this door partially and give yourself a little more elbow room while you're using the facilities, if you know what I mean. So that's always a good feature to have. They've got the shower curtain there. It's a pretty standard wet bath. Again, the floor is wet in there, so that's why I'm not going in to show you. But I think that you would be showering sitting down if you're going to be showering in this wet bath. All right, let's talk about the kitchen. This is a beautiful white countertop. Rose loves this. This is Rose's favorite, I think, type of countertop. It's just, it's beautiful, especially with the black, the induction cooktop, the black faucet, the decent sized sink, the black, this is kind of a gray shelf, but it kind of contrasts with it. And all of the hardware on the drawers is a good contrast as well. And then this is the cover for the sink. It's nice, they got a little bit of drainage in there. So it's actually usable in that fashion. You got 2 drawers under that one. Now these aren't soft close drawers, as you can see. That's a sponge drawer. And then, but you've got the garbage can drawer under here. We like seeing the garbage can drawer under there. Did I open this one, Rose? This one on the side? Yeah, we got a drawer there as well. Three shelves in that drawer. And as you can see, they've added these glass in the cabinets. Now, I like that. I don't know how Rose feels. Oh, you do like it? Okay, yeah, because when the lights are on, you can see the lights through there. I think it's really classy looking. This is a very distinguished looking RV. And look, you even got the paper towel holder. That's great to have. We forgot to show them this, hon. Let's show them over the door. First of all, there's a controller for your Max Air fan, but here's your touchscreen controller. This is a Coachmen controller. You've got your Truma water heater, solar controller, your solar and disconnect here. And the awning control. Okay. LED lights overhead, and that's just a smoke detector. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Across from the kitchen, we've got another one of those refrigerators with a separate freezer, and it is a drawer freezer, similar to the one we saw in the other unit. I love how they're fitting these big, huge refrigerators in these tiny Class Bs. It's one of the reasons we bought the Class B we did. It's because we love a good big fridge. We like bringing a lot of food with us. There's a vent fan up there. More storage back here. This is a wardrobe / shelves, whatever you're going to be needing. And then you've got 2 more cabinets on this side, and the JBL control for your stereo. And then 2 more of the glass-facing cabinets on this side. Yeah, and all of them have that kind of carpeted inside, kind of like a felt inside. Now this is a rear twin bed unit. It's not a rear lounge. You notice that the rear lounges have a U shape, but this is rear twin beds. We have mixed feelings about the rear twin bed. It's nice. You have 2 separate sleeping compartments. You can put them together and you can make one big bed. I think that one of these sides pulls out. And you've also got the lagoon table back here. Now this lagoon table rotates all around. You can put it wherever you need it. And you could actually fit comfortably 4 people back here. You want to play cards or something at the campground. It's actually that lagoon table is a great system. You got this flat panel TV and controllers for the systems in the coach right here. Speakers overhead. You got these LED lights and the accent lights. That's a beautiful thing. Also, you've got a lot of windows back here. You've got sliding windows facing both sides. You get that cross breeze across your sleeping area. That's always nice to have. You don't have to run the AC all the time. Some storage up underneath with the netting. And what is this under the floor, Rose? What do we got? A little bit more storage. Yep, that's nice. Here's your fuse box and breaker box, and then another storage compartment up under your feet. So they're fitting the storage in wherever they can find room. And we like that. That's a really good thing. Kind of like this. You see this little cup holder thing? Kind of pillow cup holder. when the door is closed, there's a reason for this. When you're making the bed, when that door is closed, it comes to right here. This bridges the gap between the door and the couch. That's really ingenious. I like how they did that. And look, Rose, even under it, there's this little, like a little step here. It's just these little things are some of the reasons why we like the Coachmen. All right, ready to go around and look outside?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Rose has moved around to the back of the coach so I could show you some of the storage options there. But before I do that, we just got something pointed out to us by the dealer. This actual controller for the RV is a tablet. This is the docking station for the tablet. It connects right there, and it has all the controls for the van right there. You could take that with you wherever you go. So that's a great system. I like that. Coachmen does it right. All right, I'm going to come outside so I can show you the under the floor storage back here. You've got a hose for your outdoor shower. They're storing some mats under here. It's about maybe 4 or 5 inches there, just enough to store cushions and tables and whatever. And then there's a little bit of storage between here and the back doors. A little bit of storage in the doors here with some netting. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Oh wait, we didn't tell you about the.
Look, there's a little thing up there too.
Oh, Rose spotted some storage overhead. Let's see how deep that goes. All right. It is what it is, but there's things you could store up there. I could certainly find things that I would need to find room for storing, and that would be perfect for it. Let's point out the awning here. It's got the LED lights on the outside of the awning, and it is a bat wing, and it runs the length of the van. You've got a 120-volt plug there, and the exhaust for your heater. All right, coming around the other side. Of course, you have your trailer hitch there. Outdoor shower. Umbilical for shore power. What do we got here? Spray port. That's where that outdoor shower comes in handy. That outdoor sprayer. Your ZAMP plug for extra solar. Your sewer connection outlet is here, right underneath, if you can show them. All right, going back towards the back now that we're down low. All right, you've also got a low pressure LP connection and sewer hose storage. And one other thing on the Ford chassis is the keyless entry system. We've seen this on a few of the Ford models. Overall, the Beyond is a really nice option for people who want to do that rear twin bed. It's beautiful inside. It is gorgeously appointed. We love those white cabinets, the white countertops in the kitchen. Coachmen does a really good job of bringing quality to the Class Bs. A lot of times when you go to these Class Bs, especially on the Promaster, especially on the Promaster, you'll see a little drop off in quality from certain manufacturers, but certainly not Coachmen. They make a fine quality product. These are beautiful. The last unit we're going to be looking at is another Beyond. This is the 2026 Coachmen Beyond 22 RB all-wheel drive, and it's also on the Ford chassis, and that RB means rear bath. So we've seen some rear bath units before. We're going to compare them to this one. Automatically, the first thing you notice when you open the door is half of the door is taken up by this wall with just a cable connection in it. You've got your grab bars like we did in the other unit. Very similar cockpit. These same very comfortable leather seats. I like that. I like this color better than the other, right, Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you didn't care for that too much. Up over top of the seats, you get that storage compartment. Do you like this cabinet color better?
Not really.
Not really. I like the white. I really do like the light. They've hidden those controllers up behind this cabinet, but they've kept the windowed cabinets, those frosted glass cabinets, all the way to the back. And then on this side, cabinets all the way to the back. So lots of storage overhead in this unit, and you can see it's wide open. Where's the bathroom? It's a rear bath. That's the thing you get when you go with a rear bath unit. You have a very open living space. All right, let's talk about this little pedestal since Rose has already pointed this way. You got a microwave oven and 2 drawers on this side. Now we're told these are soft close drawers. Yeah, all right. I guess it's soft, I don't know. There's a reading lamp here, and across from that you've got your kitchen pedestal, the same size sink, nice high faucet, you got a single burner induction cooktop, sponge drawer, garbage drawer, It's been a long day. And some more drawers underneath. Now you have here
Your little dorm fridge.
a very small dorm fridge. We're not big fans of that. We like a really substantial refrigerator. But there are a lot of drawers there. Now this is another one of those twin beds where you've got the beds facing each other that can turn into a mega bed. But we don't mind this so much. Usually one bed is a little longer than the other. And it looks like this one is just a tad longer, maybe a couple inches longer than that one. The guy who just left this unit was 6'4", and he said the bed was 6'4", and I'm taking his word for it because he must have lied down in it and just made it. So I thought that was kind of funny. You've got the LED lights throughout. You've got a vent fan here. You've got some 120 volt plugs up underneath as well as the JBL speakers. But where this unit really shines is the rear bath, because a lot of times these rear bath units are much more useful and practical than some of those other wet baths. So Rose is going to go around back and I'm going to go into the bathroom. All right, so this is the rear bath. Now, like most rear baths, you're going to see some clothing storage across from the toilet, with some shelves, and then the 3 drawers here. That one's not so deep, but these ones are much deeper. So you got some good clothing storage. Now, the Coachmen does a few different things. Look at the shower pan. Okay, there's not a center drain. That's a flat drain all along the side, so the water all drains in one direction. It's a little bit easier to operate. The door into the bathroom is the same door that we have on our shower in our Wayfarer. And we really like it. We've never had any issues with this kind of door, and it's worked well for us. You got the toilet here. That feels like a plastic toilet. This has a big sink. It's got a big sink here in the bathroom, and then you've got a medicine cabinet over top, and a couple of hooks to hang towels and stuff, as well as the shower curtain. And the shower curtain track goes all the way around. So you're not relying on this door to keep the water in when you're showering. It's a really good system. It's a way to keep the living area of the Class B open and airy and light, and you don't have that big clunky bedroom on one side of the unit. So we are becoming big fans of the rear bath. Originally we were skeptics, but now we're becoming big fans of the rear bath. One more thing I want to point out is the screen door on the back. So when you open the back doors, you can have the bug screen down, and you can get a lot of ventilation through the unit. You've got some storage compartments back here with some mesh to hold everything in, and that's always a plus. More storage is good storage. Overall, we are big fans of these Coachmen Class Bs. They have a great reputation for quality, and that is apparent in these builds. They were beautiful, they were well put together, and they were very functional in their design and layout. If you enjoyed that video, we hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you do, make sure you ring the bell for notifications so you'll be told every time we post a new video. Also, please give us those thumbs up. Those likes really help to support the channel, and we do appreciate it. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we will see you in the next video.